I'm gonna go too many charts today. Today was just a continuation of the desperate attempt to try to reignite the market, and really they're reigniting the market basically to distribute money to from your account into their account. And so I'm going to show you a chart of SPY in a minute to show you how it's being done. But I want to show you a chart here that should basically scare the hell out of you. And so this is what they've been doing in corporate America to lift the stock market. We've had subpar GDP growth, subpar earnings growth, and we've had basically the price of stock has gone up primarily through expansion of the price earnings multiple, and that's been helped along by absolutely crushing the volatility index, which is forcing the people that are in these paired trades to as volatility falls, they're obligated to buy more shares, so they're being forced to buy, and then with the yen, they short the yen to create cash to then go ahead and buy the market. And the Japanese government does that, and then there's a whole bunch of people that follow along, and they do it because they can buy stocks with counterfeit money that actually have a dividend yield to them, and basically create income for their country off of our stock market. But this is the chart here that basically is telling us the end is nigh. Is that for the last 2 years, 100% of the company's income have gone towards basically stock repurchasing. And so they've not been investing in their businesses. In fact, they're doing everything they can to disinvest in their businesses so they can continue to push the price up. And so what's happening is you get this corporate debt. They're borrowing money. I think it's 103 or 105% of income now goes to corporate buybacks. And so they're basically shortening their float, which means have less stocks on hand, and so that lifts the value of the shares higher on a earnings per share basis. But it can only go so far. Then they're basically now their debt to equity and debt to assets, debt to cash are all at points now where it's ridiculous. Hence the desperate attempt to create this tax reform, which isn't tax reform for us, it's tax reform to be able to get that cash back into the country so that the bankers can get paid back and these companies could be reliquified on their balance sheets. That all that money's offshore, they can't buy shares back with it. So they can't pay off the bank lines with it. So they're stuck, and now we're at the point where we're pushing on 2008 high. We already blew away 2001 highs, and when this goes, companies will have no choice but to issue what they call equity raises on stocks that are going down. I mean, literally, if you're an attorney looking at this is absolutely, I can't believe any boardroom in America is not violating their fiduciary long-term responsibility to shareholders by allowing the net debt issuance to buy back shares. It's just absolutely criminal. And we're all going to pay the price once again. So I thought I'd share that with you. I mean, that's a scary chart. And it's just amazing. And they just do it every time. And then and that doesn't bother me so much as to them just lying to me and telling me everything's great. And that's why stock's going up. Just tell me, hey, we're doing a Ponzi scheme. We want the price of the shares to be higher so that we can all get rich, and nothing you can do about it. Just thought you like to know. But they don't do that. They tell you, this hushed tones of, yes, the economy is doing well, and yes, we're investing in the future. Oh, and consumer confidence is high. All this stuff is basically baffling you with bullshit, and while they're just pocketing the money. But we're at peak again, and so just be careful. And I'm a trading site, so we're in and out in days and weeks. I'm really speaking to people that have money sitting out there saying, hey, I had good returns over the last 8 or 9 years. Is you need to start thinking about taking some money off the table, because you're going to literally wake up like 2008 and the market's going to go down 3%. You're like, oh, it's just 3%. It's going to go up 1%. Oh, okay, it's coming back. It's going to go down to 3%. Oh, okay, I'm getting a little worried. Oh, it'll go up 2%. Oh, okay, it's over. down 5%. And next thing you know, you're down 25% again. And you can't afford it. So my advice to you is to get some cash on the table. What are you going to really miss out on? What really are you going to miss out on? 5% move? Maybe. They're already counting on earnings to grow 50% by the end of 2018. I mean, that is absolutely delusional. And they've been lowering revised earnings estimates all year. We're GDP in less than 1%. They thought we were going to be GDP in almost 3% at the beginning of the year. I mean, these people, if it was anything else but the government or central bank, these people would have been sued out of existence long ago for basically fraud. Yeah, and yet nobody challenges them because they're all in on it, and they all know we all die together when this thing goes. So, anywho, just amazing to me. It just gets my blood boiling. I just feel so bad because I know in a year from now it's just going to be absolutely awful. And then here, if you look at SPY, is this one I want to show you. Let me zoom in a bit here. Is so this is the Trump speech night right here. Okay, so they popped the market, that big gap up, and then they spent all this time on it and they filled the gap, and then they took another shot at getting to the high again and fell short 20 cents or $2. And then we had to sell off again into the Yellen meeting. Okay, and then they've been trying to drove it again. Healthcare collapse, and now they're trying to drive it again. So we just keep making lower highs here, and at the same time we're making lower lows. So we're starting to get a channel here, and it's just something to bear in mind. It's statistically not out of the realm of them trying to double top this. There's nothing that says it can't happen. I'm just saying it's unlikely that it'll happen, and we're likely to keep falling because nothing's getting better, and the stories are all out. So everybody knows what the Fed's going to do, and everybody knows what Trump's trying to do, and everybody knows that the economy is flat. So it's these moves higher are opportunities for you to sell, and I encourage you to do so. Anyway, it's Bob from Trade Genius. I'll talk more about the market tomorrow. I think the market will probably be flattish tomorrow. My guess, or down a little bit from here because we had such a big move. Tomorrow's an OPEX day for midweek, and they pulverized the put buyers, so now they'll probably pulverize the call buyers for Wednesday, and then we'll see if week turns out like it should. Well, I'm gonna say it should, like it normally does. Is tomorrow should be flattish to down. Thursday should be down, and then Friday they'll lift it unless there's news, and then we'll have to see what next week brings. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.